it's Kay and Hattie from Bit Much Babe podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, please make sure that you like and subscribe our channel on YouTube. You can also like and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Leave a little 5-star review, leave a little comment, but be nice about it. And please just keep engaging with us, as it means a lot. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's really, really cheap. And just do it.
Doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you anything.
It's not cheap. It's free.
Share it to all your friends. Share it to people you like. Share it to people you don't like. We don't really care. Just share it. Okay.
Follow us on Instagram.
You
just really want more followers on Instagram. And if you work for Tatty Lashes, message us.
That's not how I want to approach them.
Hi there, welcome to Bit Much Babe, the podcast by two girls who've typically been seen as a bit much, talking about things that we think are a little bit much. And Kay has already told me she wants to start the podcast. So how would you like to start
this podcast by making a public apology.
Oh my God.
To Ben.
What? Yes, I know what it's going to be about. I'm right, aren't I? Unlucky!
Right about what?
He's from Chester, isn't he?
No, that's not what I was going to say at all, actually.
I will apologise for that as well.
We proved you're right because you don't step on my point, Kate.
Go, Kay. What's your public apology?
On a clip that went out recently and on last week's episode, I flipped at Ben. And one of the things I flipped about was that he doesn't defend me in rooms that I'm not in. Huh? However, it has come to my attention, people have thus informed me that actually, Ben, you do defend me.
What?
Right.
Do I? I thought that's the only thing you were right about. No, go on, sorry.
Don't make me regret this. I've thought about this since it happened and how I was going to make this apology. I've been informed that you actually do defend me, and therefore I would like to say that I'm sorry. I jumped to conclusions and I let my paranoia get on top of me. So I'm really, really sorry, and thank you for defending me when apparently I'm getting vigorously slagged off.
Yeah, which we do also need to talk about this pipeline. So when this happens again, you absolutely have her back. Just let me know who it is, and then I can scratch the carpet and the house to the ground.
Ask a question?
Yes.
And if we need to, the answer can be edited out. When have I don't know when, it doesn't jump to mind of when people have been slagging you off.
Basically, to sum up, to cut to an edit point, because we had to in depth discuss what this is about, even though I just thought it'd be a really cute way to start the podcast. Ben, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Clearly my paranoia got the better of me, and I think that you're lovely.
Thank you.
So proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Apology
doing
accepted.
something that you apparently didn't even know you'd done, which actually is worse.
It's better.
Better.
It's better.
I have a question. I'd also like a public apology on this podcast because a couple of episodes ago we were talking about escapology, and I said, and there's a really lovely duet. And everyone went, there's no duets in escapology. Reva fucking Lucian. I knew I was right.
It's not a duet. With who?
There was some girl.
I've seen the film.
Oh, did you like it?
We're doing that in a minute. We're doing Hattie's public apology now.
Okay, sorry.
Could you hold space for my apology? Thank you. Listen to it. You could literally put it on.
Yeah, but it's not a duet. It doesn't say duet. Sorry, Hattie.
It's all right.
This is going to be a 2-minute podcast.
This is going to be a 2-minute podcast.
No problem. I'll take it. No, I really know that's absolutely fine.
In my defence, it wasn't listed as a duet.
Yeah, but if you
I think
the song,
she's probably credited as a backing singer that had a featured lyric.
Yeah, but it's still
in all honesty.
But when you listen to the song, you're like, oh, it's a duet.
Yeah, but it's not a duet in the sense that Kids was a duet, but like Kylie and Robbie. But I appreciate your point.
That's okay. We just all got some apologies.
And I think
today.
if that was in court, it would be who has the better lawyer rather than who has the better point.
Yes, I think it would be who has the better lawyer on that one. That's fair. That's a VAR.
Yeah, it's a VAR one, isn't it?
Absolutely, definitely.
But yeah, so anyway, I've walked in with a complete clean slate and a complete clear conscience.
You can die. You can die and go to heaven now.
I can die and go to heaven now.
According to the Catholic Church, you repented all your sins. And
the Catholic Church would burn me to the ground.
Did you grow up Catholic?
No, I grew up... I was actually confirmed Methodist.
Gosh.
But that's just because the church was really near, and we went. Lovely man called, I think he's dead, but there was a lovely minister called Keith, and he did the Hillsborough services on telly. Keith, lovely minister, and he was the minister, and he was great. I actually think I only really went for him, not in like a sexual way. I just mean like really he was just Keith. Great. He was just, he came to my house and did like, taught me about God. So I shouldn't have done a hand movement. Don't. I think this man's dead. We can't do this. But no, yeah, I was confirmed Methodist, which is a branch of the Church of England.
Fantastic. Gosh,
Yeah, and I went to Church of England school.
Yeah, well, we're very holy girls.
We are very holy girls.
Very holy girls. Speaking of holy girls, we do have to talk about this. I was wondering about waiting until our guest comes. We're going to do it. I obviously live WhatsApped you while I was watching Sweet Bobby the other day. Right, listen. If anyone is listening and hasn't watched Sweet Bobby on Netflix, I told you. Like, I'm absolutely going to ruin it, but also maybe skip this or just get over it. Like, I
told you, how good is it?
Right. No, Kay, it's... Okay. The best thing ever. Because it is... Okay.
What's the girl's name?
Kirat.
No. The girl, Simran. That was it. Me and Emily tried to think about it because me and Emily kept going, oh, you're being a bit Simran.
Okay, sometimes you hear catfishing stories and like, remember the series, the American series that kind of came through MTV and like that was catfish. It was really clever.
Racist
and, like,
telly of all time.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have called me a fat ass Kelly Price. Do you ever remember that episode?
No, I do not, but fantastic.
She catfished someone because he once called her a fat ass Kelly Price.
The right reason to catfish
but
someone.
she was with him on the catfish journey to find who catfished.
I fucking love this.
Do you remember the one? Sorry to interrupt. Do you remember the one who thought he was dating? I'm sure I've told this on here. The one who thought he was dating Katy Perry.
No, stop it. Absolutely.
And then they told him they've met the girl, and he was like, no, it's not Katy Perry. And he was like, oh, okay. And the girl was like, sorry, I was just messing. But then they found out that he genuinely still believed that he was dating Katy Perry, and he kept sending her messages being like, I know this is you.
See, those are great. And those. So there are those right. So this brings me on. So there are catfishing stories where you listen, and you're like, oh my god, this poor person was so like genuinely like fooled, and I can understand how they were fooled, and that must be so awful. I put myself in that position. I can understand how I would go for that. I mean, I can't, because the last guy I was seeing once bailed on coffee because he had the flu, and I was like, get out of there, Harry. He has a secret family and he hates you. Like, I probably don't err on the side of give it the benefit of the doubt. But this one, Sweet Bobby, right? Listen, I'm going to say this on record. If I ever turn around to you, and I say I'm engaged to someone, and you rightly go, oh my god, who are you engaged to? And I'll say, well, we've never actually met in person. We've been speaking for 4 years. And then you'll go, where is he? And I'll go, he's in New York in witness protection. And you'll go, why is he in New York in witness protection? I go, well, he was in Kenya and he got shot and he got airlifted out of Kenya, taken to New York, put in witness protection. But they were like, okay, great. Well, can we call him? Can we speak over the phone with this person who you're engaged to? And I go, no, because he also had a stroke, so we can't speak over the phone.
It's amazing.
If I do all of those things, and then you go, what about the ring? And I go, oh, he's Pinterested me the picture of the ring that he wants to get me. If I do these things, put a gun to my head and end it.
No,
that would have been such a better ending to Gavin and Stacey, wouldn't it?
No, if that happens, I will be scheduling a very much anticipated Patreon special
where we euthanize Hatty Preston.
Where we discuss it and I feed your delusions.
What? Yeah, well, of course you would.
Because I love you.
Of course you would.
I love you, but I love content.
I know. And that's why you're head of business.
No, how phenomenal is it though?
There are some women who, if for the duration of it, there was no part of it where I was like, oh, this poor bitch. I was literally sat there like, what? She was in her mid-30s. She's a grown woman.
She's wasted her life.
She's from London. It's not like she grew up in fucking like a farm by a pond somewhere.
My favourite bit was when they went, did you have a sexual relationship with Bobby?
Stop.
And she went, what did she say?
No, she went, do you think that? I don't think it's an appropriate question. Do you think that's an appropriate question? And then it's obviously at the end where you realise, well, obviously, because if you did, you're fingering yourself to your cousin. Yeah, he was a cousin. It's not appropriate now, is it, Kira? It's not an appropriate question now. Did you finger yourself to your cousin? The whole thing at every stage of the game was I just never gathered empathy, and maybe that's an indicative of me.
No, it's not you.
I never gathered empathy because you were just like, bitch, I swear, like it's 2024. Good, and I know she just come out of a relationship. I tried to think, I was like, right, if she's from a quite like a not a conservative community at all, but she's from the Punjabi Sikh community in London. So in terms of like culture around love and romance and relationships and what's expected, I imagine that's very, very different. Well, I know it's very, very different from, say, what you were, because just by virtue of like family expectations and where you operate these relationships. But even so, with all that, I was like, you're from London. You're from a big city. You were in your mid-30s. You've grown up around single girls doing the thing. Like, what? Stroke. Can't speak, so he got a stroke. And he's in witness protection. And he's in New York. And he got shot in Kenya. And he's a doctor. He can't.
And she'd only seen about 3 pictures of
She's seen 3 pictures. She's like, all I was working off is old pictures. What?
And then when she met his friend...
No, stop it. When she met
the... I'm sorry. So
we go to
we're
hell.
so spoiling it, and I'm sorry.
We go to
but
hell.
wait, watch it because it's worth it. The twists are good, but they're not as funny as the whole thing. She ends up meeting the real Bobby because she...
Well, not meeting.
No,
turning up at his house because she got a private investigator to find where he lives. This normal man just getting on with his life, with his wife and his child.
Also, sorry, can you imagine how absolutely devastated you'd be when that woman opened the door?
Sorry, Giselle.
Absolute
Giselle.
The model.
Giselle opened the door and he's like, I'm with my wife. Even I mean, even I, but like any normal human would be like, yeah, fair fucks, man. Fair fucks.
Like she was,
pick her.
like imagine being stood there and like, I'm not saying this woman was unattractive, but she wasn't princess over here. She wasn't Jasmine. Like, and then...
Wait, which one's this? This is the girl
Kira. Insane.
This is the real wife of this pair. So
was the model one.
Giselle.
Yeah. So she tracked down the real Bobby. So someone was pretending to be this man. So she turns up at this man's door in Brighton.
Right.
And was like,
just with his beautiful family.
Bobby, where have you been, Bobby? It's me. Where have you been? And this newly born Baba as well. Newly born Baba.
My heart.
And wife who was beautiful. My God. And Bobby's like, I don't know who you are.
I don't know who
this
you
is
are.
a bit of, I don't
And
know
she's
you.
like, unbelievable.
She's like, oh my God, men are trash.
Bobby, like she must have said we're engaged. Like she must have said like we're engaged.
But what made the whole thing was what made it so much funnier was that when obviously it all came out, that it was her cousin. And when they asked her cousin essentially went, funny. Like her cousin was literally just like
8 years.
Funny, wasn't
8
it?
years.
Like just didn't.
Jesus.
But
it is mad.
I mean, her cousin is a little cunt. Her cousin is an absolute little, like that bitch,
should be
man.
locked up.
Should be locked up.
Yeah.
Like that is what she did was so
But
wrong
she did
and so psychotic.
She turned around to Simran, Kira turned around, apparently was on her interview and was like, I told her, you've ruined my life. And apparently Simran turned around and went, no, you've ruined your life. And part of you was like, like, you're a fucking idiot, Kira. There's catfishing and then there's just being like a medical idiot.
But
like,
wasn't it again though? There were moments like when Bobby started getting like really horrible to her, and it's
that's
like
horrible. That stuff was actually horrible.
But yes, it was. But there was that part that was like, okay, well, I don't know why you're...
Turn your laptop off.
Just turn your laptop off, doll.
She's like, it's controlling my life. I couldn't be there for when my grandma was dying because he wouldn't let me leave. And you're like, just exit Zoom.
Yeah, like I don't...
do you know what I mean? Like
it was horrible, but it was also like...
This is not to dumb down coercive relationships. But
in a weird way, Simran was kind of giving her a way of being, go. You go, babe. Like,
do you reckon that's what she was doing at the time? Being like, if I just axe out this bit, or at this point, do you think you've lost so much respect for your cousin because you're like, you fucking muppet, that you're like, let's see what she'll do.
But it was the fact. To be fair, though, the thing that made me feel sorry for Kira was that there was no explanation as to why she did it. She literally was just like,
don't know,
funny,
lols. Absolute lols,
banter. Like if that, like I would have to be like, no, you tell me exactly why.
What did I do?
What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah,
but it's so good, mate, isn't it? Oh, it's one of the best things I've watched.
Did it make you go back and think about like past like situationships? I mean, she was engaged, but like past situations you've been in and been like, have I ever even come close? Like, do you ever do that? Like the time I watched, did you ever see Dr. Foster?
Yeah,
I didn't speak to my boyfriend for a week
because I was like, doing what
I was like, anyone could do this.
That pissed me off as well. Why were his friends okay with it?
Right.
That's another thing.
I didn't like that bit.
Don't like that.
But with the catfishing, I was like, right, how many excuses do you think I've like just taken on board and been like, oh yeah, that checks because you really like someone? I just think,
oh my God, so many.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
so many.
The principle of it, I could get on board with. Of like, look, when we like someone, we are idiots. We're all idiots. But with that, you were like, I can't believe I am a shot in Kenya / witness protection idiot. I cannot believe that I could ever be.
Yeah. No, I don't. I believe some stupid things.
Yeah.
You know, I love you being the main one.
Yeah.
But then
I hope we are together eventually.
I hope we are together. Yeah.
No, but down the line, I'd really like us to be together. Not right now, but down the line, you are absolutely the person I want to be. Just not right now. Not right now. But I absolutely will come back and get you eventually.
Do you know what my favourite one is? If it's not going to be you, then it's not going to be anyone. That's my favourite one. Have you ever had that? Yeah, where it's well, if it's not going to work with you because you're perfect, then it's not going to work with anyone.
That's not,
3 weeks later,
new girlfriend and a baby.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. Anyone. Wow. Anyone came along real quick.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. That makes sense. Okay.
My favourite was, I'm always going to feel this way about you, but I just know that we can't. So you're always going to be madly in love with me, but you just can't do it right now.
You're far too good for me. That's why. That's
Take
a good
running
one.
jump.
You're far too good for me.
Well, we know that.
I'm a mess.
Yeah, I know. And yet here we are. Me on my knees begging in a fucking skip. Why? Why are we doing it again?
My ex-boyfriend's moving to Amsterdam.
Right.
And no shade to this friend that did it, but I did think it was odd that my friend just texted me out the blue and said such and such is moving to Amsterdam. And I was like, how do I click on subscribe to this newsletter?
Absolutely.
Like I don't care.
How long ago did you break up?
Before I started comedy. Oh, this is the MD.
Yeah. Oh,
I always get confused what I should call him because it's like
we need codes for them.
No, I mean like in regards to like ex-boyfriend because I don't know whether
I think it's
very confusing.
I think an ex is constituted when you've had to have like a breakup or like a moment where you've had to go ways.
Oh, we have many.
But then it's a boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I just say also if you think about Ex on the Beach, they play fast and loose with that one.
Sorry, I got distracted.
No, I know because guest came in. But if you think about Ex on the Beach, they use X pretty fucking loosely.
X is someone that they made eye contact with.
One time in Ibiza.
If X on the Beach is I would have a lot of people on that beach.
I have 900.
I have so many people on that beach. So many people. Love Island's All Stars back. It's coming back.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I've
had a lot of
more suicides in the news in the next 6 months then?
Well, you've ruined that, haven't you?
They do all just kill themselves.
They don't all just kill themselves.
They basically all of them do.
And that's society's fault.
It's like the Passchendaele of reality TV. It's just death everywhere.
Cases is coming back. He was in that season. He was with Moira for a bit. And they were...
Moira?
Moira.
Are we saying Moira?
What's her name?
Moira. I don't think she'd like Moira.
I feel like Moira feels like Emmerdale.
I don't think she'd like me.
Right.
I've said this before. I just don't think she'd like me.
I think she'd love me.
I think she'd love you. And I think she'd like you. I just don't think she'd like me. Why? And I don't know why, because I think I'd love her, but I feel like I'd be so desperate to be cool.
She's a bit of a cat,
isn't she? The other way. She's a cat.
She's one of those who likes to like curl up next to you when you don't care.
Yeah, I just feel it. I just don't.
You'd be fine. You and Vicky Patterson would be having the fucking best time of your life in the unicorns on the pool. Do you know what I mean?
I really want to meet. It does matter, honestly.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's one of my least favorite things about you.
I am sorry. I am sorry. I didn't really deserve it.
No, you didn't deserve it. That is exactly it.
I know that. Even when I met her, I was like, I don't deserve this because I don't mind that you're Vicky Patterson. I mean, she was I know I said this, but she was like
one of the loveliest people. Yeah,
one of the loveliest people. Like such a fucking top hang. But I sort of didn't mind that she was Vicky Patterson.
Sorry, this is so off the subject. I'm really all over the place. But I've noticed recently that. So I watched. Have you seen Roisin Conaty's Game Face on Channel 4?
I know what you're talking about.
The amount of people that I now know in like sitcoms. Do you notice this? Obviously, you've been doing it longer than me, but now that you're in the world, I've noticed like silly things like Alfie Brown's in it, which was mad. He just came on with Sally. I was like, yeah, it's Alfie Brown. And then the DJ who played at the Hippodrome, Darren, was in it as well. And I was like, oh my God, I know people. Like, it was just so weird. I think because when you're younger, actors I feel like when I was younger, anyone that was on telly was just mad famous and in a different realm to me and up there. And now I'm getting older and I'm not really in the world, but in the world. Like, it's mad when you see people and you're like, that's mad, that, isn't it? It's not that funny of a story, but I just wanted to say it.
I think, but the thing is, when I respond to that, I'm going to sound like an absolute dickhead.
That you've been in them.
No, not at all like that.
But you find it quite normal.
Because quite a few of my mates now are very recognisable on the telly, I have the opposite, where we'll be all out and I can't work out why other people are being weird.
Yeah.
And then I'm like for perfect example, when Lydia came to Hot Water, Lydia, who's one of my best mates, Lydia Rose Bewley, she's Jane from The In-Betweeners. And she came to Hot Water just to see me, and we were having a sleepover afterwards. And she came, we were just having a chat outside before we went back in. And a couple of the security guards were like, "Oh gosh, I know," like as though she was there a lot. She was like, "Oh, I'm not," and he was like, "No, you've definitely, because I recognise you." And I was like, "Oh, it's not from me. Like, it's not from being a comedian at the club." And they were kind of putting it together. And then they were like, "Oh my God, it's Jane." And they sort of got weird. But I genuinely forget. Like, I genuinely just forget that that's a thing that elicits a response from people. Tom, I've been with when we've been chased through a supermarket.
Really?
Yeah. In America, like,
what was he in?
All the Royals.
Oh, of course, sorry.
And he was quite big in the Royals, so I've been with him when we literally had to like run through a shopping mall in America.
Fuck, that's a lot. Isn't it?
But again, he clocks it. He's aware that people are being weird around him. I'm not, because I just sort of think I'm shopping with Tom.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, people are insane. So
yeah, they are. I can't wait for that to happen to us. I just think that.
It looks like the worst thing I can imagine. It looks awful.
I think it looks great.
I know you like that,
but I'm completely so disassociated from that world, so it'd just be really cool. Just really cool.
It won't though. Lydia's had it when she's in the middle of like one of the worst days of her life, and she's like having a cry on the tube. I'm
always in the middle of the worst days of my life.
You would style it out, I think.
I'd be great.
You are someone who would take the selfie when you're like, like, and then they tweet, get it now,
and then they tweet me like, Kay Nicholson was so relatable, and I'm like, I know. She's just a girl like us. She's just a girl like us, and I'm like, yes, I'm insane. I quote Jane from The In-Betweeners, and I don't think I've ever mentioned this to you. Me and I used to quote her all the time, and it was one line where she said to Jay, "I've seen your penis, and it's not pretty." I just used to say that all the time for no reason.
Yeah, to them.
It's nice. No, not to them. Right. That's constituting as rude, isn't it? And
that's the sort of thing Lydia would say, actually.
Yeah.
That's constituting rude, actually.
Yeah, I just think it's about like now I'm noticing a lot more like in a lot of things like sitcoms and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like, it's just mad like being friends with actors now. Just, do you know what I mean? She's just like friends with actors now. Like
no, you come out any day now, babe. Any day now, believe.
Yeah, it's cute.
Right. Well, on that, let's get someone incredibly impressive who we're very excited to be here on. We're back in a set.
Also, sorry, if you when this episode goes out, if you want to hear a really funny story of how I went peak psycho and really, really want to understand how brilliant I am and scary, go to Patreon, because it's a cracking little story for you.
Is this part of your Be Scary in 2025 campaign?
Not in the right way.
Right, okay.
Not in a should have got locked up way. Thank you, bye.
We have a Patreon.
Hattie, can you talk into the microphone, please?
Our Patreon is going to be called Much Love Babe. The space where basically we have a look at the problems or the bit muches that you've sent in, and we have a little discussion about them. It's where kind of, I think, we'll delve into our personal lives a little bit more and talk about our problems and just kind of.
We might not even redact names.
We might not even redact names.
Shit tea.
Yeah, shit tea.
We love getting your DMs. Not all of them. But we love most of your DMs, and we love having the like repartee. And this is a way of us formalizing said repartee, because you get to email us your stuff and what you think is a bit much, or if you think yourself you're being a bit much, or things are a bit much, and we get to talk to you about whether they are a bit much.
Subscribe to it for £3, £5 or £10 a month, and you get all the exclusive content. You get early access to our main episodes that'll come out on Saturdays, and our Patreon exclusives will come out on Thursdays. The more our Patreon grows, the more kind of amazing stuff we will get to do. We can take Ben on the corridor.
Oh, we can take Ben on the corridor.
Your support so far has been absolutely amazing. Yeah. And we just want to kind of give something back to you, but obviously only for money.
Feminism. See you on the Patreon. Okie dokie, and we're back. And we just started all having a lovely catch up and then realised we should do it on pod.
Oh, actually, I'm warming up now.
Are you warming up?
Yeah. Is this a full episode on YouTube? Oh, God, I just got to be aware of myself at all times.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you really do. And the people who comment are vile, Louise.
Because I stopped being aware of myself, I'd say 10 minutes into the first episode, and I haven't picked it back up since.
Okay, good.
But then I have to watch them and go,
and edit them.
Oh, no.
No, we don't.
Edit that.
That's left to me.
The baby does that.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's why I'm off camera.
Yes.
Can't stand to watch myself.
I know, it's horrendous.
Does anyone like it? Do you think, like, do you know any like comics or anyone who's like, oh, I love watching?
So I was having this conversation with my friend today. Like, I literally know that we have to be on social media, but the agony
of
having to fucking put a clip up. I come out of it wanting to like get sectioned. Yeah. I'm like, I shouldn't be feeling this amount of turbulence about having to put something.
No.
I hate it.
And it doesn't end at upload. Then you're like, checking. And then you feel like a dick. And then it's been 2 hours and you feel like even more of a dick. And then you try and do the thing where you're like, doesn't matter, just put it out and let the universe. And you're like, no, I can't. I want to curl up and die.
No, but it is.
Yeah.
And then you'll think, oh, do you know what? I've got this. And then one man will be like, well, I don't know how you consider this to be funny. And then I just think, why don't you fuck off? Do you know what I've actually started to do? And I think we need to normalise this a little bit.
Go on.
Just deleting shit comments.
And blocking them immediately.
It's so fucking liberating.
Yeah,
like
it is.
When I first started, I was like, oh, you have to have a go back at them or argue with them, and then I was going, no, because I'm going to be there all afternoon checking what they've said back. Then I haven't got that time, so I just think normalise blocking, and then your video's never going to go in the algorithms of the cunts.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Just block them. It's just like
then they're gone.
I haven't even got to deal with that.
I know.
Why does no one talk about doing that?
That's exactly what I do.
Should we start a charity, like an awareness month?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I know, I think it's just straight block.
Yeah, it's lovely.
My friend who's a brilliant female comedian in America got a great comment a couple of weeks ago saying, it's better, but women still aren't funny.
And
you're like, she was like, here we go, 2025. I just love the kind of fact that he was like, hey, listen, good for you. It was a little bit better than last year, but I still absolutely hate this with a passion.
You tried.
It's also a bit like when I do actually enjoy this, but that's not usually what I say.
Yeah.
I usually hate women, so I'll try and I like this, but I'm like you.
Yeah, but this is making me furious.
Yeah.
I had a really fun one a couple of weeks ago, which was and it was, again, intended to be just the loveliest comment. And it was really great. You're doing so much to banish stereotypes. And I was like,
brilliant.
I think he means for gingers.
Do you think, no, that's actually how I'm going to take it. It's for gingers. Yeah. Infamously devastating on funny people. But I was like, yeah. Okay.
It's so I think people do think they're being helpful, and then I've seen people argue back. Someone's gone, that's shit, and then they've gone like, why have you felt the need to comment that? And then they're like, well, I'm not trying to be nasty. I don't enjoy that, but good luck to you. It's like, why did you have to do that? And it would, and I get the mentality of like bad comments, because I know when I'm sitting watching comedy, you do think, oh, that was shit, that was awful. But in this day and age, you have to hear everyone's like flippant thoughts about you.
Yeah.
It's a mad psychology.
Yeah.
Because someone said that back in the day. If someone didn't like you, you would just write a letter of complaint to the BBC.
Yeah.
Well, I fucking hated that.
Then you'd never have to read it.
You'd never read it. You'd never see it.
They wouldn't pass it on.
Yeah,
you wouldn't go next time at the BBC. They're like, oh, actually, we've got some mail for you. Let me just grab it.
And also, by the time someone's got to write it, they'd be like, I'm not posting that.
Can't
I don't feel that strongly. Am I too far away from the mic?
I don't know, Ben.
Just like maybe take it with you. Just say.
I might hold it for a bit. It's very cold to even hold.
Sorry, something we haven't flagged, and actually we should flag, because I'm getting comments about it in the comment section about wearing coats.
Freezing.
It's freezing. It's freezing here, and we have brought Louise, who's actually a Geordie, so is built for this.
I could.
And she's also freezing, so sorry.
It's freezing.
And I should, but you've worn
ski suit essentially.
What a ski suit just to sing that.
I love it though. I love it.
I came in and I was very aware, because I'm trying to fight against me 30 so much as I get a pair of parachute pants. But you are like doing the beginning of this, and I'm just like.
It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Joshie come in and out, and like and
I made it obvious because I waved at you instantly, because again I have no self-awareness that I'm on camera.
just all very excited.
Yeah,
I once got defended. I told the story. I once got defended in comments, and then I realised that the people that were defending me were anti-trans. And I was like, oh no.
I don't even know how that got to that.
How did you circle back that one?
Have I not told this story on here?
No.
Oh yeah, I accidentally nearly performed at an anti-trans event.
Oh right.
What
sounds like
is an
Trans event, like a comedy night.
No, like it's going to be TAFEs.
Okay.
So it's the women that are anti-trans because
Excellent
they believe
word in your
that,
accent.
Which
TAFEs.
TAFEs. It's the women that believe that that no one should identify as a woman if you weren't born a woman. I think that's the correct use of the term. Yeah. A group of whom I do not align with. They are very
can be
clear.
men as well, though, can't they?
What?
TERFs can be men as well.
No, doesn't the F stand for? I don't know. Okay. But anyway, I was at a gig and some fella. Lineup was men and then me. That wasn't what it was called, actually.
Although it should be. Like, it should be. Most comedy nights should be called Men and Then Me.
Yeah. Totally sorry to butt in. I just realised, because it is just men and then me all the time. I don't know how to talk to women. No, like I've just sat down there and I felt like going, how are you finding the adverse weather conditions, ladies? I don't know what to do with my body.
It's so weird, isn't it? No,
it's nice though, isn't it?
It is.
To be around the girlies.
It is really nice.
Yeah. But no, not nice girlies.
Not nice
These
girlies.
aren't nice girlies.
Okay.
And I went, and so this fella who hadn't heckled anyone until I came on, and then decided to start chipping in at like points, but like about my weight, like
oh my God.
Yeah, like it was. I have like a couple of things in my set. Like I said, I have a line where the punchline is, "I didn't have broccoli till I was 12." You know, the MasterChef bit, and he shouted out, "Yeah, I could tell," and I was like, "Oh, fuck off." So no, it dealt with him, buried him, and then he said something at the end. I said something about I was seeing this lad who thought the sun shone out my ass, and he shouted, "Is he blind?" And I was like,
oh my God.
Again, buried him, and then.
Mental.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at his comment. I was like, thin ice, Ben.
No. I was laughing at how mental you'd have to be to be like, oh, she'll love this.
Out your mouth. Just say it out your mouth in a room full of people.
Mental.
Or even think that the audience would go, good one, mate.
Yeah, oh, Bella, you.
Mad. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, in the room, the women in the room got really behind me, and I buried him, and it went really well. And then they stood up as I like finished and everything. I was like, oh, so actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
And I got a clip out of it, and I put it out.
Yeah.
Good, all fun and games until his girlfriend
Using trauma for content, all fun and games.
Content.
Yeah. Again, social media.
Like,
we did it.
I didn't cry in the taxi home. What are you talking about?
No, just a great clip.
It's a great clip.
Just a great clip.
Made me feel great.
Yeah,
So bad.
Yeah.
so bad.
What are we putting ourselves through?
Totally didn't starve myself for the next 3 days. What are you talking about?
I just really enjoyed watching the clip back.
Yeah. I didn't become bulimic again. But so then when I put the clip out, his girlfriend commented and was like, because I put hashtag small man syndrome or something, and she commented being like, small man syndrome, he towered over you and your shit jokes. And then to be fair, I did reply to it saying, I love girls supporting girls, let's go for a cocktail soon. But like the cocktail emoji, and I was like, I've handled that well, here's for me. But then, so after the event, sorry, after this, I'm telling the story really badly. I can't podcast today. I don't know what's wrong with me. But after the event, this woman came up to me and she's like, you're incredible. Oh my God, you're amazing. What an absolute horrible man. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And she went, I run events around the Northwest. I'd love to get your details and get you involved. And I was like, that sounds spectacular. What could possibly go wrong? So she followed me on Instagram. Anyway, she starts defending me in the comments. She's like, how dare you say that? She buried your boyfriend. And they're going on and going on and going on and going on. And I just left it.
For the algorithm.
I left it. I was like, me being sick in the toilet. Just making myself sick in the toilet.
Just hearing the pings on your phone. Ding, ding, ding.
It's the only thing you're still responding to while your head's on the bathroom floor.
Playing Christina Aguilera, beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on her profile because some of her comments were just a little bit manic, and she runs an anti-trans movement, and the event that she booked me for was to speak about how like they're against trans women.
It's quite a jump,
isn't it?
Isn't it? Just thought, wow, that's like what someone would pitch for a sitcom, like something that would happen to like, what's that man from Curb Your Enthusiasm? Yeah, he just turns up.
That's my life.
Could you turn up? But we just like you to have like a white hood on, a really pointy white hood. Don't ask any questions. Just turn up.
But yeah, so I blocked her because I got scared.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all right.
Really scared.
Yeah, normalise blocking people.
They're normalised blocking
because
people.
What if she put me on a poster? and it went out. And then I
Please
was
say there was a marketing campaign before you blocked her.
no, thank God. But imagine if I ended up on a poster and I was just there, just hating trans people.
With a big smile on your face.
Just completely by accident. My head shot, just like against trans women.
Yeah.
But
Don't clip that.
If that kicked off though, you'd go home and go, well, I'll get some media bump from this. Nothing can go wrong with this mentality.
Nothing.
That was a terrifying experience of trolling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Geordies.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like Scousers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How long have you been here? You didn't answer because Hattie made us stop talking because
Sorry.
she's jealous when I make other friends.
Sorry.
It's
doing the Scouse Geordie bumming and I was just here.
It's so, well, I do find that Scouse and Geordies are quite.
you are. Yeah.
But I was thinking about that the other day because it's like I feel like there must be a lineage of like post-industrial down. There must be nuance. It's port culture, port towns and that, but now it's just like it feels like Scousers, Geordies, eyelashes. Like it's all just got lost to like weird things that
False tan.
I think you're both uppers as an outsider.
Okay.
That's what I think you've got in common is you are both uppers. Like
Right.
you're both like there's a lot of joyfulness.
Oh.
And I'm not just saying this because you're both here, but like sorry to do this.
Your flanks.
My dad's will kill me, but like the Manx can moan.
Can't they?
Do you know?
Well, they've got even in their voice.
It's a moany voice.
I've just done an impression of Josh Jones there.
It goes down.
He will not mind.
Hello.
Actually, he's quite a cheerful man.
He's a very cheerful man.
Yeah.
Yet they're moaners.
I think they can moan, and I do feel with you guys, both cities, like you're uppers. Like if you're just in for a weekend,
Yeah.
the basic vibe on the street is pretty up.
And that is
Nice.
because
Yeah.
we're both obviously working class towns, and you know what? Sometimes all we had was our joy.
Well, sure.
All we had was alcoholism.
Sure,
What it boils down to.
Did you have the Irish as well? Well, not really.
What do you mean in culture in Newcastle?
In terms of immigration.
There must be. Well, when my family, like my nana's heritage is all Irish and stuff like that. Irish and Scottish because we're much more north as well.
Of course.
I think you're more Scottish and we're more Irish, aren't we? Is that
perhaps
right?
Where I'm from, Jarrow, that what someone said, I think it was called Little Island like 100 years ago. So there was a lot of Irish immigration, but I don't think we've got the culture of the Irish stuff like you have here.
Oh, we are very Irish.
yeah.
Very Irish.
We love Irish.
We think we've got like Viking shit going on.
Oh, that's quite Scottish.
Yeah, but the Vikings landed in Jarrow again. I'm really repping my hometown.
Yeah, of course they would, because they'd be that side. Yeah.
They're on the east.
Yeah.
I didn't know what she did.
However,
On that
Vikings
side.
did come down to Ireland as well. They were doing a lot of shit.
Well, they just tore
They got shit done.
Yeah.
To be fair to the Vikings, they got shit done.
They got shit
They
I
knew
thought
what
you
were
said they
doing.
got shit on. I was like,
No, they got shit done.
I was like,
they
I think they
did.
were doing
If anything,
shit
I was going to say they shit on. They shit on the others.
That's a wonderful shit on. And be strong.
If music be the food of love, shit on. I just quoted Shakespeare. Oh my God.
God, she's changed. You've really changed. This newfound promise of fame is really going to your head.
Are you becoming famous?
No,
She's pre-famous.
no.
Okay.
I just got excited because I've started to recognise people in sitcoms that I've worked with or that I know.
That's cool.
So
That
I'm
happens,
obviously
yeah.
now thinking, I'm better than everyone.
I must be famous.
Yeah, I'm obviously.
Well, yeah, you're moving in those circles.
I'm
You're
moving,
making
I'm
moves.
moving,
Hey,
I'm moving,
moving
in
and
circles.
shaking.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
moving and shaking.
Moves.
Way.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here?
So
for?
yes, I have been here, and I couldn't believe it. Nearly 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. But I feel like I've had amnesia. I don't know what I've done in those 2 years. I've got quite a fiance.
Yeah.
And that's
Found
nice.
one.
So
That's
did
good.
you-
Yeah,
Found one.
Yeah.
Found one.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
did you move to be with your fiance?
Yeah, I moved for love.
That's nice.
Oh, it doesn't exist.
I moved to Fazakerley, so
So you definitely had to move for
had to
love.
be for
That
love.
had to be a motivation.
there's a lot of rats, so there wasn't love there. No, do you know what? I hadn't even heard of Fazakerley.
No one has
I
been.
have until
Yeah.
today, and I love it.
When
can I say?
No,
do
you
you know
wou-
what?
no,
It's
you
not all
wouldn't.
bad. It's not all bad. Once you get over the rats, there's a few nice things going on. Anyway, but my girlfriend, when she was like, "Oh, I'm from Fazakerley," well, she's not from there, but she said, "I'm Fazakerley." I thought she was a Scouser but lives in Greece. So
I
that's-
honestly would have been like
like
she's Cypriot.
Falaraki.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
But no, it's
No, so you've got your flights.
I was like,
Oh, the sadness I feel for you having got to
That I
Fazakerley,
just
thinking
opposite
you were
of
going to
being
thinking you were going to Falaraki.
I know.
They're very different.
They're very different places, but I do like it, and I do like it. Yeah, I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
And I haven't. Do you know what it is? I must make friends because I haven't made any. Because I've just tagged along with my girlfriend and just been in her family and stuff like that, and I haven't done enough. I haven't even been on a night out here yet. I know. I don't know. I think I was doing a lot of tour supports and stuff.
Well, I was going to say, you're around about quite a lot. Like, you're travelling a lot,
You've
aren't
been
you?
successful in your job.
Well, I
Yes, Louise is very good at this job. Yeah, she's around about.
That's a strong phrase to use for what I've been doing. Slowly falling out of love with the art form. But absolutely. I think I've been doing so much driving around.
Yeah.
So when I've been getting home, I've just been collapsing and not doing anything apart from I have got a good therapist in town.
Great.
I got to therapy and then got back home.
Good girl.
Yeah.
You're a scout. Is she Scouse?
He.
Brother.
Where'd you go?
I go, it's a
You don't mind me
place
saying.
on,
I was gonna
no,
say,
it's
that's
fine,
yeah.
Rodney Street. Do the Georgian?
Yes.
I think one of our friends has also been there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think there's more than one. Oh, can you hear the rain and hail?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, this studio is now. We might be snowed in here forever, actually, from the sounds of things.
This
It's
is a
freezing cold,
24-hour
and now
live
it's just
stream.
like, oh yeah, just going to turn into Blair Witch, is it? We're fine.
Yeah.
We're okay. We can feel some heat between us.
Hey, this is a brilliant idea for like a sitcom or I see
Podcast getting snowed in.
juices are flowing.
See, you are back on the creative train.
Yeah, I am. So anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, Rodney Street therapist, particularly for OCD. I've went to him and he's fucking wonderful. I don't think it's good to recommend, but if anyone's got terrible OCD, come to me and I'll send
That's
you.
a brilliant thing to recommend.
Yeah, he's great. He's really great. And my girlfriend, isn't it weird though? My girlfriend goes to him, fiance, and we have the same therapist, which I think is quite an odd.
Are you allowed?
He's done it. He's probably like an experiment.
He's done it now. He knows everything.
I don't know whether that's a good thing.
My best mate wasn't allowed to see mine because she was like, it's too close. She was like, as in,
Interesting.
I'd gone in and talked about Hannah so much, not because she's a pain in the dick, but because like she's
part of your life,
part of my life, my partner, and so she was like, I couldn't view Hannah without baggage because I know. So it's
interesting. Maybe it's because it's strictly for OCD.
Well, I was going to say if it's
it's for this particular.
it's almost behavioural rather than the
relationship.
whole, yeah.
Because I don't really go through trauma and stuff like that with them and familial things. It's more just like
managing.
What is your OCD today? Let me tell you how to dissolve it. So,
Hey though, but if you ever wanted couples therapy, he's about 8 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe he's just there waiting.
but is he? Because who's argued their case best?
Yeah, he got in first.
I got him first. I endeared him.
Yeah.
Then she
You
came
charmed
in.
him.
Probably annoyed him because he's heard these problems already from me.
Yeah.
So-
If anything. Yeah. He's just sitting there eye rolling.
I've got a job. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I need to go.
I win.
Love that. So how long have you been engaged?
I forgot. Me honestly, I forgot this last 2 years. Well, nearly 2 years. Yeah, it was around then that we got engaged, and we're only having an engagement party in Newcastle next month, because I've got a show in Newcastle. I'll plug that while I'm here.
Yeah, definitely do. Yeah.
Time Theatre, if you are Geordie, and so I'm doing it there. And then the next day, I thought, fuck it. All of her family's going to be up, and my family. Let's have an engagement party then. Yeah. Means I haven't had a one in Liverpool though. So if anyone wants to come to the engagement,
She will.
Okay.
She will organise it. She will populate
I will.
it. She will.
Yes, I will. I'll make it a full event.
Oh my God. I said that to a comedian, I won't name names, in Edinburgh. I went, do you want to come to my engagement party in the green room? And she went, we just met tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, I had your exact
Southern. She was Southern. No, you didn't have to do the accent. I knew she was Southern. I was like, yeah, it's one of mine, isn't it?
Yeah. But I do find you comforting because I went to uni in southwest London.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, well, I don't know. I wanted to get away from Newcastle.
You chose Southwest London.
I chose more the uni, Roehampton, because it looked leafy.
It is leafy. It's a nice bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that word?
Roehampton. ROE and then Hampton.
Is that a place?
I said that quick, like Rampton, like the high security prison.
We just covered this story up real well.
She's in Broadmoor now.
But I did like the women's Holloway. It was lovely.
Yeah, we have to wrap this up. The tag's going to go
I
off.
was on the women's wing. I had quite a good time.
No, that's a nice neck of the woods.
It was lovely.
Yeah. You're not far from like Richmond and Richmond Park and all that. So it's like,
I really want to go to Richmond.
Yeah?
Because of Ted Lasso.
yeah, that is a new thing.
God, I really am all over the place today.
That's all right.
I'm not stringing
Listen,
anything together.
That's why
It's post Xmas.
It is post-ex.
It's fine.
So right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I popped right off. I was telling them before we started this pod, I popped right off at someone today. And I've actually been really good recently because obviously occupational hazard of being ginger is that has happened sometimes in the past. But actually the last few months I've been like,
What the fire?
yeah, just that like 0 to 60 out of fucking nowhere. Like the last few months I've been like, oh, I think I've really turned a corner, and I feel like I'm like taking a minute and all this. Not today. Someone asked me to join a WhatsApp group.
Yes. And that's the end of the...
Absolutely, that was that.
They're dead now.
I cannot. Why?
It's scary to have rage.
In 20... It is scary, but like, also I still feel kind of right. Like in 2025, the audacity of a literal stranger being like...
A stranger.
I'm going to start up a WhatsApp group for all of it. I was like... Fucking not. What? Should we all just share our smear test results as well? Why? What on earth? We're just handing people's numbers out. I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Any of them.
I'm dying to know who this was.
Yoga.
Oh, was it yoga?
Yoga,
Okay.
where I'm supposed to be calm.
Yeah.
Supposed to be calm.
You're getting riled
and
up.
relaxed.
Yeah.
And I finished and I'm like, oh, isn't that nice? Like, I guess we're all calm and relaxed. She's like, I'm going to start a yoga group. I was like, what do you mean? Sorry, a WhatsApp group. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why? When I'm trying to relax, you're doing the most unrelaxing thing in the world, which is making me have friends.
Yeah, I know. I understand the sentiment. Yeah, it's too. Do you know what? I talked to a friend on the phone the other day for 3 hours, and I was so happy, and I didn't realize how lonely I felt because you speak to like 100 people every day on your phone, but it's such surface level conversation all the time, and I just wanted a deep, meaningful conversation with somebody, and it's like
He knows you inside out, back to front, and and
you can just and those sort of quick interactions are driving me insane.
Same.
It's just like it's loads of small talk all at once, and I agree.
I totally, and that's it. I think if you've got, and actually you obviously do have, and I know she had, like when you've got mates who you're so close to and who do know you, and you can have those 3-hour conversations with, like the rest of it is so like pointless. Do you know what I mean? And just exactly, they become errands.
Sorry, she is slowly.
Sorry, we're all going to die here. But like,
sorry.
It becomes like errands. You have another job. Like
it's admin.
Yes, that's
we
so
have
true.
WhatsApp is another job now.
Yeah.
And especially because we all do our we get booked sometimes over WhatsApps. We have to like confirm things over WhatsApps and what time your arrival and driving plans, whatever. Like, and then you're like, oh, brilliant. Can all the complete random strangers I've just started this yoga class with also bother me on this? That would be amazing. I hope they're all not funny and share memes.
Am I not
I
allowed?
think that's what happens.
It's me. Go on. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I was going to make a WhatsApp group for your engagement party. But
No,
I don't think I should
do for that.
WhatsApp.
No, do for that because that's to do with me. do for that.
I just want to do it to annoy Cassie now. And I'm going to add all the people from the yoga group.
Yeah, good.
They're all
Good. I hope
invited.
there's memes.
I'm going to send loads of
memes about engagement.
Yeah,
good.
a cat with an engagement ring on.
I hope
That's what
there's
I'm
some
gonna do.
Pinterest ideas as
Yeah.
Oh no, it won't be that type of situation. Are you Pinterest?
She's a bit.
Are you
I'm not into
are you not?
Pinterest.
No, but you'll have like a mood board, like an idea of stuff.
Oh yes, of course I will, but I don't put it on the internet like a weirdo.
Okay.
No,
It's all in my head like a normal person.
It's not like we go on the internet like weirdos with our thoughts and opinions
And traumas.
and traumas.
Traumas.
No, I know.
That's going off though.
Are you freezing?
I'm all right.
No,
I'm
you're not.
handling it. I'm handling it.
It's particularly cold today.
It is really cold.
It's
this one.
minus. It's
Right,
minus
yeah,
outside.
so this is actually unsafe, what we're doing here.
This is occupationally, I could sue you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh please don't. We don't have any money.
I
It's
think
fine. I have
she's
no money
right.
for a lawyer. Like, what do you think?
I don't have money for therapy. You're talking about therapy, and I really want to go to therapy, and I think it's really, 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 really overdue. And but I just can't. I can't afford it, and that just makes me sad because I'm like, I
can't afford it right now.
I should do this.
It's worth it.
And I know it is. I know.
Yeah.
It's a
But
brilliant
then,
investment.
what if it works and I'm no longer funny?
No, this is such a male comedian thing, and it's absolute nonsense. All that I've had male comedians tell me and be like, yeah, but that's part of it, isn't it? It's part you find is the trauma, and you're like, I promise you, it isn't. Like, I promise you faithfully that the thing that therapy will change is you being a good hang in the green room. That is what it will change. It won't change anything that you say on stage.
Yeah. It'll change me.
You're
Not
already a good hang in the green room.
Thank you.
I knew she was going to go. I knew she was just like, oh my God.
I saw the
It gets me.
I saw the retreating into yourself going, oh, well, that must mean that I...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm very paranoid at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At the minute.
And I keep going away from the mic.
And this is why. And this is why.
I'm so supportive. Remember your thank you.
not.
Remember your thank you before.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I had to do a public service apology to Ben.
What have you? Do you bully Ben? It seems like there's a bit of he
Way
bullies
too
you.
much.
Actually,
Way
I
too
think
much.
Ben bullies me.
Okay, that's what a bully would say. But okay.
While the parents are in the room. Actually, they bully me.
No, I just had to I had to say sorry to Ben because I had a go at him on the last episode and then we clipped it and I had people say to me, oh, actually, he is actually really lovely about you behind your back. So I
Which is a better way round, I think.
which is a better one. So I kind of had to come in.
I'd
and say-
argue.
Because the thing is, I own my shit.
I own my shit while you're flicking your hair within a jumper.
Brilliant.
What did go do again? Do again, Kate? What did you do?
Oh, please do that on camera. That was just such a wonderful thing. I own my shit.
Are you stuck in your jumper? You are a bit. Do you want help with the arms?
I will. You can take my therapy sessions. Honestly. Have mine.
I'll coupon mine for a couple of weeks.
I'll just gift you them, like, pay it forward. And I'm good for a few months.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Are you really crying?
Jesus. This is why they can't have 3 women on a lineup. This is
No.
it. Would I cry?
Yeah, it would
It's all
happen.
right, I'll sacrifice my spot. I think I'm the problem. So I'll
The
go.
problem is me.
I ought to find my way out the green room.
It's true though. I think
it
in the
was-
green room.
Yeah, it's volatile. It's very volatile.
Which is, sorry?
To have a lot of women on lineup.
But then how? Okay, controversial question. How do you feel about an all-female lineup?
I feel very apathetic towards all of comedy, honestly. Having any strong opinions about anything is not what I'm feeling. I feel fine about it. It depends on, usually if you're an all-female lineup, it's because it's International Women's Day.
March 8th. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we all really come into our own. But
Which-
my favourite on those is when you do an all-women's lineup and it's for charity, so it's free.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, cool, so we're all not being paid on International Women's Day.
Because often when you do them, you're all getting paid less. So put all women on. Here is £5, and you're like, no, that's not how.
That's not
how it
doesn't
should be
feel
doing
very
this.
empowering.
But it is. I will say that, like, it's lovely doing this because I had that. I think that's what was grinding us down a little bit was just lovely green rooms with lovely lads as well. But I think just naturally in your life, you're gonna relate more to people who've had the same social experiences as you, so women. And like when I walked into a green room at Christmas time and I had the most this is so fucking cliche, but I had the most horrific period. And it was like screaming inside of us. And I walked in and I was doing the colours drain from your face. I was just like, and I couldn't. It just was all like men in their 60s, and I just felt like I couldn't say I'm in so much pain because I'm on a really bad. And it sometimes gets a bit isolating because you're just on your own with these kind of they've all been on bills for the last 30 years together, and you're there just hemorrhaging on your own in a corner,
like passing clots, just like fucking stood like, and you can't say anything because then it's like, woman on a period.
But you're exactly right. It's not that we all want to sit there discussing our periods in depth. It would just be lovely for someone to lean over and put their hand on your thing and give you an ibuprofen. Do you know what I mean? Like, it would just be nice.
Be like, oh my God, I've got the period shits. And that'd be fine for someone to go, yeah, that's a thing, and that's all right.
I had a really similar one actually before Christmas. And again, 3 men, older fellas who have been gigging forever and ever and ever. Delightful. Like, again, the loveliest
men,
guys.
yeah.
But I'm in the middle of IVF stuff, and I was just having like a very like not good day of it. And I kept having to be like, I have to run to the loo, but I wouldn't go to the loo in the green room because I was like, I want to go to the loo in the where I've got a bit away. And so I was like, could you wait a minute? I have to go to the loo. And they were like, yeah, do you want? I was like, no,
bless your
heart.
heart.
I have to go to the other one for a sec. And like, you just know a woman you'd be like, I'm about to vomit so much and so hard, and I would love you not to listen. Like, and it's just that thing of like, but
I know. It just feels like that, doesn't it? But it's fine. I will. But like I say, I fell out of love with the circuit. I'm going to try and enjoy it for as long as I can.
Yeah.
Until the wheels come off again.
Amen.
And I don't turn up to gigs that I'm supposed to be going to. No, I think it'll be all right. I think, do you know what it is? Like, right, I didn't want to come on here and talk about comedy primarily. because I hate it.
Yeah.
But I think I think I'm going to be enthusiastic this year. That's why I've started strong. It's only the 7th. I'm already on a fucking podcast.
Yes, see what I mean?
You know what I mean? I've got it's going to be fine.
Well, do you know what? Actually, Louise, this couldn't be better.
What's underneath?
Because
What are you doing?
I thought you had a present for us.
you don't want to talk about comedy. I actually wrote some things down that I was like,
Oh,
right, I don't ever do this. Write things down. But today, no, I never do this.
she looks frightened.
She should be. So because same as you, so Kay and I, we both have still our day jobs because we're just really humble girls. And
I got a Monzo card out because it got me a £500 free overdraft, and I really need to start paying that off.
I think that I have sort of explain myself too highly by saying I go to therapy. I can't afford it right now. It was last year, and I have got a tax return due, which is you might never see me again after this because I'll perish.
I had to message my accountant back being like, I'm going to go to jail. If that's the amount, I have to tell you I'm going to jail.
Normalise going to jail.
Fuck it,
Normalise going to jail.
Why do we keep fighting what we want to do?
Guys, let's just go to jail.
Yeah.
Immediately everyone's blocked on social media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We don't have to worry about
not on a
content.
WhatsApp group.
We can start a comedy club in jail.
Yeah.
And loads of people will come because they've got nothing else to do.
Loads of turfs, so your gang will be in there.
My gang will be in there. They love me in there.
Yeah.
They love
Lesbians.
me. Wall to wall.
Louise, you can have the best time of your life.
I'm not going to do that tax return at all.
And I assimilate dead quickly, so I'll be dead good at fingering.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I assimilate
believe in
really
you.
quickly into my surroundings.
And I have rage, so I'll be
Physically.
absolutely fine.
I just
physically assimilate my fingers into people.
Disappears in a jumper. But okay,
Into
do you know
vaginas.
in this country, so all these like national days, there's like National Best Friend Day, National Ginger Day. Well, Louise, if the comedy scene is getting you down, I'd like to run you through, because I have this job that I have to like do event proposals for.
Okay.
So for the year, the people in the building who don't care, by the way, we have to put on events to show that we care about them and their well-being. So like,
It sounds fun.
okay, absolutely. So on National Cheese Day, for instance, last year we had someone come in and sell cheese.
That sounds
I
fun.
love that.
Sounds fine, yeah.
I care about that.
Did you know? Coming up in only 2 weeks is National Squirrel Appreciation Day
I love that.
on the 21st of Jan.
Do you not think that's a good thing?
I do. Write it down. So now it's something for you to look forward to if comedy's getting a bit much. Right. 20th of March.
My favourite.
Yeah.
20th of March, Alien Abduction Day.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I need to bring some. Do you guys have visual aids on this?
No, but we could. No, yes, we do. We can.
Is it like a picture?
Right. I was going to put it on my social media anyways, right? But
got abducted by it.
maybe. But no, I was in a cabin with my girlfriend for my birthday, November. It was a very snowy night, much like tonight. And I took a picture of the cabin. Oh, that's great. I took another picture of the cabin. I'll have to show you after this, but it looks like there's a fly. I'm just going to show you. There's a flying saucer.
Yeah, will you send that picture and Ben will put it in the episode? Is that okay, Ben?
Yeah, and you might think, oh, that's ridiculous.
Will you make a note of that?
This was not, I can't find any pictures for comparison.
That's all right.
But that was not on any of the other ones. And if you zoom in, there's like a little...
Fully tea, babe.
Look at the little green man. So...
Louise, 100%.
That's aliens.
I'm no expert.
And I thought you might be quite cynical, Hattie.
No, would never.
Yeah.
No.
Did you zoom in and see the face?
Can you zoom in for me?
Sorry, because... Sorry. Right, hang on. Oh, babe, full alien face.
That's not a full face.
Little
Alien
head.
face.
Oh, that's a full alien
It's like
face.
an embryo.
I know.
Oh my God. Do you reckon it's like a homophobic one that was coming to get you because you're lesbians?
I don't think that.
That's a thought.
I do think
That's
it
like
now.
tough chat. It's because you're gay, Louise. That's why.
Well, no.
Because I just think that's the first thing I'd think. I think it was coming to get me because I was a woman.
I've been watching a lot of alien. This is the final twist in the tale. I've been watching a lot of alien documentaries, right? Of course I have. I'm me. And what happened? And when I was watching them, they were like, send up signals, because I'm into meditation and stuff. I'm a relentless hippie, and I was like sending signals up into space while I was in the jacuzzi. I'm bougie, and I was sending up. I went from
Hippie, but also like booze.
hippie, but also like I want nice things.
Hippie, but not poor.
And but literally, like I sent up a little signal. I was looking at the stars and I went, if anyone wants to make contact tonight, just feel free. I'm a loving being. Like, feel free to make contact. Took that picture and like showed my girlfriend, and we looked at it in the cabin at night, like no one around, pitch black, and we didn't even acknowledge what we'd both seen because we had to talk about it in the morning.
It's dark.
Because it was like, okay, next picture. Because it was just like, what the fuck?
That's amazing. You've definitely going to do some press ups. Okay, because I'm going to tell you about on the 17th of April, it's International Bat Appreciation Day. Woo! So for some bats, so some more nighttime friends for you.
You're actually doing press ups?
Yeah, she's very cold. Well, you're going to love this. 24th of May is, well, actually, no, first of all, on the 4th of May, it's Hedgehog Awareness Week.
Love that.
No, Awareness Week.
Do it again. Do it.
Just
so we can
do
prove
it.
that we weren't lying. That you actually are doing press ups.
Absolutely freezing. How many does it improve myself?
I don't know. What's like lesbian gold? What?
Yeah. How many proves you're a real lesbian?
Yeah. So whatever they say, we're fine with.
Whatever the book says.
Right,
I don't know if you quite digested that it's Hedgehog Awareness Week.
Yeah, I like the idea.
A week of being aware of hedgehogs.
You've got to be there on the roads.
You're so right. You're so right. If it was just a day, you might miss them.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
so it's a week.
They move slow.
Yeah, they move
Do
slow.
you reckon that started after the road safety thing with the hedgehogs?
Or farthing wood. That was devastating.
What's farthing wood?
Animals of farthing wood?
No.
That ruined most of kids in the 90s. That ruined our childhood. So I won't go into it.
How old are you? Sorry, that's quite
She's
rude to
very
ask her.
little.
I'm not very little.
She's only 28. She's
I'm
only
28.
just born.
Oh, God. I'd love to be in my 20s.
How old are you?
35.
Are you?
Yeah, but I feel like you've got to say that because it feels like...
No, I do. I thought you were, because when you said before about like denying your 30s or something, I thought that meant you were like 29. I thought you were my age.
I've just had a feeling, I've had a thought there. Do you know when someone says, are you? Like, you're supposed to be like, yes. Like, it's meant to be a nice thing. But I've just thought there, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's like, no, I'm going to die much sooner than you think.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
It's just occurred to us. But yeah, sorry,
No,
go on.
I genuinely just thought you were my age because of what, like, that just seemed quite
I wish.
plausible, yeah, that you're my age.
My eggs.
She's like me. She's like me. She's nearly dead.
But I thought, because I
got to get those eggs sorted. Well,
because I still think you're lying about your age.
Yeah,
How
you're
old are you,
welcome.
Hattie?
37.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm really nearly dead. Yeah. They're digging me up for these podcasts.
She's not, though. She's lying.
Are we perimenopausal yet?
Based on my response to the WhatsApp group, I have to assume yes.
Okay, yeah,
So
okay.
where I'm
yeah,
at with that.
Okay, ginger or peri?
Yeah,
menopausal?
yeah. Jury's out. I haven't decided yet, but we'll let you know. 24th of May. This might be my favourite. World Schizophrenia Day.
Oh, that is going to be quite a day.
You need, one of the voices to remember that.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have a day for each of the voices?
Exactly.
Surely that'd be the one that'd be a week.
Yeah, because they're like in and out.
voices.
They're sort of back
It's
and
wasted
forwards.
on the hedgehogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why don't you just meld it? Just
Yeah,
hedgehogs
yeah.
and schizophrenia at the same time. What a fucking week.
Oh no, don't confuse them any more than they are.
You're right.
That's an intense week.
Yeah, because if you have a week, that means that a different person can have each day.
Yeah.
Or a different
That'd be
hedgehog.
nice.
And then just to top it all off, I only got to June because I was quite bored after a while.
Obviously.
But no, just because I had to type it in. That was a
No.
lot. And in June, it's National PTSD Awareness Day.
But they don't want to think about it.
They don't want
Yeah.
to think about it, Kay. That is the one thing these people do not want to do. They don't want to think about the trauma.
Less awareness.
They
if
want
anything.
minimal awareness. And we've given them a day where we've been like...
absolutely ridiculous.
And what I want to do is all the people I know or will find who have PTSD in my life, I'm going to stand by their banisters with like party boppers in the morning like, by National PTSD Awareness Day.
That is so jarring for someone who's like fucking...
Every day, the burden of the trauma they are carrying, and then in June, everyone in the country is going to be like, it's all about you! Surprise! Another surprise!
It's the last thing they want. Oh,
last thing.
that's awful.
I just love this country.
How would you celebrate PTSD Awareness Day?
Not fireworks.
Not fireworks. No, definitely not fireworks.
It's there's too many fucking days. There's too many days. The hedgehog week is fucking brilliant. I love that.
I think the squirrel one. That's the favourite one, squirrels.
I appreciate them.
I've just remembered now you got your notes out. Yeah. You did ask us to prepare something that I was feeling a bit much about.
Yes. Did you have one?
I did have one.
Yes.
One came to us, and that's the aliens help me now.
Yeah.
So I noted, shit, I don't know if either of you've done this now. Now you might hate us. I haven't checked your socials, but
we're both very self-aware.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was getting on me tits a bit. Do you know everyone's yearly reviews of themselves online? Oh, great. Yeah. Okay.
Like,
I was worried that you were going to be reviewers.
But you can't.
Did you review yourself? No.
Oh, we wouldn't let him. Did you?
Yeah.
Did that bollocks?
It was a bit much. It was too fucking much.
It was a bit much.
It was
a bit much.
I actually had to come offline, and I was scarcely there because it was Christmas. But then I just thought I cannot look at another person's review of their own self that they've written. Yeah. Some people have decorated the different sections of their life with emojis. I was like, paragraph, and I didn't mind people who aren't performers as much.
Yeah,
I thought that's fine.
They need a moment.
You have your moment. But when it's like people who it's unfortunately part of what we're doing to promote ourselves non-stop. You can't, everything you do, you've got to say, I've done this. And I could tell the people who are doing their reviews what their year, I could tell you what your year had been like, because we've all seen the whole
every
year.
Single thing. Yeah.
It was doing me head in. And I don't know I don't begrudge people to have achievements. People are allowed.
But you just wish they'd be less annoying about it.
I just think that you haven't been hit enough as a child.
Completely.
Yes.
If you think people care about your review of your year, then you were really fully loved.
Do you know what I also think? I think it was when people had photos left over at the end of the year that they hadn't posted, but they look good in.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a great observation.
I've done that before, like a photo dump, because there's one picture where I don't have a double chin.
Exactly. And where you've been like, I'd never posted this at the time, but like,
it's a waste.
They should really see it.
Yeah,
like
people need to see every nuance of my jawline. Otherwise, I'll just die.
I have to post this picture. It's National PTSD Awareness.
I got the norovirus in May, and I got abs for a second, so I'll probably just post that photo.
Yeah. Oh God, human beings.
I do. I think that. What if at the end of 2025, I posted my year in review, but all on national days, like these ones. Like I posted like National Squirrel Appreciation Day. I did Hedgehog Awareness Week. Like it wasn't really about my year. It was like the year of all the like big important events.
That's a very good angle on the year.
What would you do for schizophrenic day?
Me and the guys are gonna have a chat.
Fucking hell.
But no, I totally agree. That was
it's the sounds on TikTok. Are you on TikTok? As in, do you like watch TikToks? It was that
because you're so old. Do you know TikTok?
Yeah, I'd heard of it. Yeah.
Some people don't have the app.
I don't know.
My eggs are dying, but I have heard of TikTok.
No, some people don't have the app.
I've got the app.
So you've tried to make me ageist and homophobic today.
Well, I didn't try the
You've called me out on ageism and homophobia today. 2025 is here. I'm calling out.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
I'll apologise on National Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Well, I'm going to be really bad on PTSD from this. No, it's the sound. It was and with that, the 2024 season has come to an end. Dun, 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 dun. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but that.
Oh my God.
How you've worded that. And with that.
The 2024 season has come to an end. And it's all videos. And there's loads of people that took pictures of the plane, like, like outside the plane window.
What plane?
Like on their recaps, there's just loads of pictures about like a plane window when they've been travelling and they've took a picture of outside the plane.
I thought it was just one plane.
Because there was recently quite a high profile plane crash in the last couple of weeks on
National Plane Day.
As if like that happened and they were like, I think that brings 2024 to an end.
Yeah. You know what? Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Or like, do you remember did you ever remember the song that a couple of years ago? Thank you for the happiest year of my life. Do you remember that song?
Nope. I was drunk that year. I can't remember it.
Oh my God, you are actually so old.
Yeah, we're so old. We're nearly
so cool.
Just like boogieing to Herman's Hermits in my kitchen.
Joe, I hate when you see people who do like year reviews and you're like, yeah, but you know what's mad is that you're still a cunt.
Yeah.
Like you're still a cunt. Like,
have you commented
every single one?
Still a cunt though.
Have you commented?
Or like you see people who've like, when it's like a blatant lie, like not a lie, but like you see them put stuff up and you're like, oh, this is not how you spent your year.
Yeah.
Like you're still a cunt. Like you're just a bellend.
Except those people who've been through a very bad breakup, and then you're like, fucking go for it, babe. Like, and it's just them being like, the best year ever. And it's just them looking amazing. And you're like, I see what you're doing, bitch, and I respect it, but okay.
I
have this one.
I have done it once. I did do a year review once.
Oh, I have done them. Definitely,
and it was the year that I started. It was the year I started stand up actually, and then like obviously I did Rita Sue for the first time, and like whatever, and my life changed weirdly. I went freelance, everything, and I did one. I did one then. But even looking back, that was cringy as fuck. And I don't know how to edit videos, so some of the clips were longer than others. What?
Was it on Instagram?
Yeah, that's
I'm going to try and find it.
Are you all right, babe? All right, babe.
No, but I've definitely done them as well. At some point I would have done. Oh, I've had some highs, I've had some lows. Do you know what I mean? Still a cunt. Yeah. But
oh my god, I wrote one. Oh, I've just had
some highs, had some lows, still a cunt. It's perfect.
I've just remembered that I did something proper cringy. Of one of the many things that I've done. So basically, I have horrific Facebook statuses from when I was younger.
Brilliant.
She's going to bring out a coffee table book of them one day. They are unbelievable. They are because she's of that age where they got Facebook too early. Like they shouldn't have had it when they got it.
Like my girlfriend did.
Right. Yeah. So they got it when they couldn't.
Early 30s, 31, 32.
Yeah. So again, they really shouldn't have been trusted with Facebook when they were given Facebook. But what it means is there is documented evidence of who they were as like teeny teens.
Yeah. Yeah,
like little baby teens.
I would even me in my early 20s deserves hanging. She should never saw the light of day.
Me when I started stand up should have been hung, and that was 2.5 years ago.
Can you give us a taste of one of the Facebooks?
Well, I was just trying. There isn't one for today, but I remember I once.
She's getting daily ones.
So good.
And it was from when my boyfriend had split up with me for the first time of the 75 million that he did over the 5.5 years, but from the first one, and then we got back together, and I wrote this big long Facebook status about how if you really love someone, you should just keep trying, and that's what I'd learned in that year. I think it was 2013.
But of course you would have, if you were a baby. Of course you would have done that. And now look.
Are you watching the video? It's Van Morrison, Days Like This. I remember it. Yeah.
You remember it?
Raining. Days like this. And that was only then in 2022. That was 2 years ago. Yep, I'm a fucking idiot.
Do you know what though? It's not that bad because the caption's not like some of them are really long captions, aren't they?
Some of them are dissertations that people are doing.
So what you've written?
Caption, Ben?
Been a quiet year, to be honest. ... Never do a big New Year's post, but like, how can I not when this has been the best and most bizarre year of my life? Happy New Year.
It's true.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nowhere near as bad as the other ones.
That's not the ones that I've been seeing. The ones that I've been seeing off document they've done a draft, and then thought, no, I'm going to categorise that there and that. Personal achievements, got a house, got a arts council grant. Who are you? Who is this for? Who is this for?
Once upon a time, it was just for the neighbours, and my mum still does write the letter that goes up with the Christmas cards to the inner circle. You know, people being like, well, this year Harriet's still living at home, so you know, and we're all fine. Archie doing extremely well in his very exciting job. Maisie flourishing, and Harriet's still at home. So that's what they were like. They were the letters that your mum wrote on the Christmas card, or still does. And I think now it's that people aren't writing letters, so we are now subjected to all of it.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is anything. I might not be right with this, but something called dead internet theory, where everything now the internet is just like, most of what you consume on the internet is just AI shit and adverts, and it's all business now. Even from our perspective, it's just so I'm like, who am I telling this to when I put something personal up? It's Elon all got Musk. Lost. Elon Musk.
No, it's the aliens, Louise.
Yeah,
it's the aliens.
It is the aliens.
It's the aliens, and they're listening, and then they come visit you.
I think so.
I think
so.
They already know.
They're there. They're here.
They're here. They're with us now.
And on that comforting note,
I want to bring someone up.
Louise, we got it for you. You recognise him. He sure recognises you.
You're in Liverpool. Surprise, surprise.
Louise, I do have a fun one to end on if you'd like.
Okay, I would really like that.
13 years ago. This isn't one.
So
I wrote
you would have been
this is
15.
2011. So yes, I would have been. I would have been 15.
I was 47.
And I wrote. My name is Ollie. Nice to meet you. Can I tell you, baby? Look around. There's a whole lot of pretty ladies, but none like you. You shine so bright.
Yeah.
They are the opening lyrics to Dance With Me Tonight by Ollie Murs.
Oh, dear.
And I just thought, everyone deserved to see that.
Well, you admitted to listen to Ollie Murs songs, and that's okay. Yeah. That's brave and that's vulnerable. And that's why we like this. And that's why we're female comedians are unbelievable, but we're brave and we're vulnerable. And speaking of brave, Louise, what do you have to plug?
Oh,
tell us.
I think I'm scared for this entirety of this thing. I've been too far away from the mic, but you would have told us, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You're right. It's fine.
I can come back.
Yeah, I get it.
I live in Fazakali.
Come back all the time.
Yeah,
I will. I can do
Come back all the time.
I'll
Do you
bring
live
some
in
heaters.
Liverpool?
Yeah, we'll bring a furnace.
Yeah, bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Bits and bobs, yeah. I'm doing, what have I done? I've done 2 sports here. So I've
Nice.
done like Empire and another one. Playhouse maybe, yeah. What was I going to say? So I've got my mini tour coming up. Right, Newcastle Tyne Theatre is that's in March, and then I've got tour coming. I can't remember all the places I'm going to, but lots of major cities.
Send me and I'll put it on the socials.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, I've got a tour, and get us on Instagram. And what else
And
should
it's
I
Louise
do?
Young comedy.
Louise Young comedy. Yes.
And Louise's
Is there anything
engagement
else?
party will be very soon.
We'll also be advertised.
And I will set
Yeah.
the tickets will be on our link tree, and we're gonna have a really, really great night. And what we'll do is you can buy tickets to Louise's engagement party, and it'll go to charity. The charity is us.
All right. I thought you were going to say TERFs. No. Just what a
I
full
don't back
circle.
them. I don't support them.
They'll be coming.
The charity is just schizophrenic hedgehogs.
And PTSD.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah,
Louise, you're
thank you
an
for having
absolute
us.
hero. We've loved
You
this.
said before that you want to make friends. Well, you've made
Real
3.
friends.
You've
Three?
made 3.
Oh, yeah.
Even that.
Okay, you can have Ben. Yeah.
Oh, fine. Okay. That's
Come
fine.
visit us from Vazakali.
But
I will.
You've made friends.
Oh my God.
I know,
I'm touched.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
And we actually have central heating in our homes. So if you ever come have a cup of tea, it won't be like this.
Yeah.
I've got so many rats in the back entry that you can read.
Same.
Yeah.
Louise Young, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank
And that's been
you.
another week.
Bye.